PNP tell the people them for capture land. I know me say so. A bro God say so, but people. Andrew say, Marky G and him friend them tell the people them fi go capture land and now him, bro God, have to take taxpayer dollar fi bail them out. Bro God say no, him have to take taxpayer dollar fi fix the problem where the PNP them cause. Mighty God of Daniel, mighty God of Nazareth. What can go so? Please like the live stream as you enter the stream, my people. Please like up the live stream. This one right here, so is hot. This one right here, so is going to be festive because bro God, he came out swinging. I was so naive to believe that this wouldn't become a political war. Be very naive. Me all lick down the things them as me attack. And it seems like in the Sunday, I am filled with the Holy Spirit in this live stream. Yeah. I was very naive. When me see Buchanan come out and him give bro God a punch. And when Andrew Stevens come out and him give bro God a uppercut, me say, hold on there. A political, them a turn this thing here. And then bro God came out and he made a speech the first time. But bro God is a seasoned politician. And bro God no love take thump up and uppercut from no boy. A him name third term king. He came out swinging me people. I was very, very naive. Please like the live stream, people. Marky G and Isaac Buchanan. They went to Cooper's Pen and them call up Andrew Holness' name and talk up a bag of things. In this live stream, we will hear a sharp, direct response from Andrew Holness, aka Brogard, the people. YaadBoss, I am going to stay out of the political back and forth. If Marky G I give Brogard a up and cut, we'll talk about it. If Brogard is coming back, we'll talk about it. But me not pick no side. Me not agree with none of them. Because deep down in my heart, me know say the two of them want to fix the problem. Yes? And at the end of the day, the people them in Cooper's Pen, them are going to get some to live. Buchanan say, Andrew, I do not want the people them go in a no blasted container homes because container homes have a prisoners. I will say politics no nice. I enjoyed myself when I was covering the last election. Me tell you, me enjoy it. When me a cover Andrew Holness a beat, Marky G. One of the funniest line in the you see, I like to be a little bit serious, right? But we have to understand us as Jamaicans. Yes? Politics has come a far way. Where they're able to talk and clap each other with words, right? And not with bullets. We came a far way. In the election, me hear bro got said to Marky G. Him never see a man love run down jacket. So yet, that is where bro got saying no. Because they were talking about something about some tax break or something like increasing minimum wage. Bro God said, it is my pitney. You want a jacket? It was so funny. When you can go check it out over there on my page on TikTok. It was very funny, but people. I go by the name YaadBoss. We strive for 100% participation when we do these live streams, right? So as you watch the streams, please, may I beg you, please like the live stream. Yes? And if this is your first time seeing me on your screen and you're getting some value out of what I'm saying, please subscribe to the channel, my people. And as usual, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Me see a comment come in the comment section talking about container homes. Isaac Buchanan say a prisoners alone for go in a container homes. The people on the stay tuned. Bro God is coming up. So over 700,000 Jamaicans live on property that they do not have a formal title for. For a nation with lofty goals of transforming to looking something like Dubai or Singapore and attract investors and sell multi-million-dollar homes, this issue of having 700,000 to 1 million Jamaicans squatting needs to be fixed, my people. Every single Jamaican, home and abroad, must have equitable inclusion in this new transformation to come. Bro God and the People's National Party, they must work hand in hand and create land amnesty program for every Jamaican. We have at least a 500,000 or $1 million can purchase a piece of land. Yes, it is not going to be free. As long as Brogard is the Prime Minister of Jamaica, it is not going to be free. So all of my comrades them wanna get the freeness out of the head. Brogard never give out nothing for free. He might go sell it, and he may sell it at a discounted price. Cheap, cheap, cheap. But it is not going to be for free. Wanna take my word for it. In a speech we him just make a while ago, when mash up Marky G and him almost mash up Isaac Buchanan. The man say, the PNP them I say me must just give away everything. Him say if he did give away all of the materials them what the Chinese them send, him won't have these materials for the emergency. And you know, say somebody made a comment like that last night. I was talking about the Chinese tent, and the person said, YaadBoss, I this me that save up the tent for, because him know say him big money friend them are come bulldoze the people them house. That is what the comrades said last night, you know. Yes, the comrades them are beat him. The comrades them are beat him, even though he's trying to solve the problem. But you see that area in Cooper's Pen, that area in Cooper's Pen is a flip-flop area in the farm in politics, right? Sometimes them vote PNP and sometimes they vote GLP. The MP, I believe she defeated a PNP guy who previously served as the MP in the area. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? But when Dennis Meadows, we know that the name there is a big name in our politics, right? He got defeated by Toba Harrison. Sorry if me I butcher your name, Miss MP, right? Yeah. So that area right there, so Isaac Buchanan him come out and him say, Andrew, if you put the people them in a no container home, you now win no more election in a Cooper's Pen. Politics turn up. Politics nice, but guess what happened? I love to see these debates, right? And these debates need to continue because this is going to be for the benefit of Jamaica. Both parties are holding each other accountable. The last election was close. That is good. Balance of power. If them slip, them slide. We want a political party leaders that is running Jamaica that put Jamaica first. Me no business of who they in there. I could have Brogan little more. I could have Marky G little more. Me no business. As long as you know say Jamaica first, I adapt me the pan. Leave in the thoughts in the comment section. Jamaica first. Yes. We good in everything that we do, my people. Jamaicans are known all over the globe. Thanks to Asafa Powell, thanks to Usain Bolt, thanks to Bob Marley, thanks to Massacre, thanks to Cartel. Massacre just go to New York City by himself and go sell out the Barclays Center, my people. 40,000 people. Mighty God of Daniel. We're very talented. Next year, they're going to be drilling for oil in Jamaica land we love. They must fix this squatting problem here in Jamaica. We can't have skyscrapers like Singapore and like Dubai and people are squat pan land in Jamaica. And I run from bulldozer. And baby I get thrown out in a bad pan. Dead. No, that can't happen. That is going to turn away investors. That is going to turn away tourists. My good friend, Fifth Element, uno pray for you. Do me a beg on no pray for you. I'm afraid. Listen, YaadBoss know how to operate when it comes to this public space, yeah. You see this affairs, yeah? Them know this affairs, yeah, in the political space. Yes. Me dey on phone. My person in that truth. Me never know say the people that really know me at Jamaica, you know. Because me is a man, when me did the over there in a TikTok and I build my page, right? You know, you just in your studio and you just do your thing and you just pump out the video them and views just go and go so. Right now, me I struggle to kickstart it again, but eventually it will to come back. And my brethren put me on the phone with a police officer. Him give the man the phone and say, see, YaadBoss. The man come on the phone and say, what go on, YaadBoss? Me say, what go on, YaadBoss? Like him know me. Yes, like him know me. I have to be careful how I operate in these spaces. That's why I ask you to please pray for Fifth Element. Yeah, dig up some things. Me not gonna bring it over here. Me, if you don't want to listen to it, you go follow Fifth Element. Me not gonna bring it over here, so. What me want, yes, is for the government of Jamaica to relocate these people from Cooper's Pen to somewhere where they're safe and sound. Thank God the bulldozer never go bulldoze none of them and go kill them over there. Thank God no fire never catch and burn down the entire neighborhood. Wanna read between the lines when me I say to you. Thank God the heat never trigger off a fire and everything burn up. Thank the Lord. The security force went inside there. They removed the men and they moved the people them out of the house peacefully. And then them go bulldoze where them a bulldoze. Because it could have been worse. Yes. At Jamaica we are talking about, you know. We're making incremental steps to becoming a lawful society. But there's a lot of lawlessness down there. When you go up against big corporations, when you put your hand in a feed them pocket, your hand can't stop them full of money. It look like them print money. You can't fight them. Me not even gonna use my platform to try. You can leave when thoughts in the comment section. But YaadBoss, nah go put up no fight. And go dig like me see my friend Fifth Element a dig. It looks serious. Yes. She may be onto something. Cause me listen to her. But me not think nothing gonna come out of this. As far as that land go. Yes. The family is still alive. And if the family now fight for it, they must for it. If the whole 26 pit near them now fight for it, they must for that same thing. Yes, who am I? Me is not a family member. Me not go fight for nothing and me not go dig up for nothing. Me I stay out of it and look out for the benefit of the people them in a Cooper's Pen. So Andrew Holness and Marky G find something suitable for put the people them. Because the more them fight for this land, you see them almost kill the blasted 3-day-old picnic. And the mama catch a strokes. How many more children uno want fi dead? How many more mama uno want fi catch strokes? The faster uno come off of that the land they across his land. Leave that the land there where big money players are fight for across his land that leave it. Some land is best to just walk away from. You see from when them a go a court for that land. The government try go take it away from them and the government fail, PGA fail. Them could have dig little more. We have an oil boom coming in Jamaica. in late 2027, along with monster construction projects from coast to coast. Jamaica is booming. Only even a blind man can see it. Me no want nobody to call my phone and say, YaadBoss, me broke and me hungry. If your hand them a work, and if your foot them a work, and if your brain a work. Because a whole heap of things there, Jamaica, we do me people. Jamaica is booming. But as Jamaica grows, Jamaicans need to capitalize and participate in this growth. It is a big growth cycle going on in Jamaica, and it is not a bubble. Some people say we have a debt bubble going on in Jamaica. Me say a foolishness you know attack. So what if a man go repo a man car? That don't mean him necessarily can't make the payment. That means that the man probably prioritize something else. And him just make the car just go on up in smoke. Yes, but you know, see no real estate I go up in a smoke. You see them a repo the cars. I mean, know people in the real estate industry. Me no see a lot of foreclosures going on in Jamaica. 1 and 2. Me see a nice piece of land came up on the market over there in the hills. Right, I believe in a Stony Hill. Nice, cheap piece of land. Me call the realtor and me say, oh, this I sell so cheap. She said, YaadBoss, it gone. It was selling for about $10,000 US. One nice little piece of land. Yes, you could have picked me up about 10 or 20 container homes on it. An Airbnb it, or you could have rented it out to people. It not even last 1 week on the land. So I say, what was the story behind it? She said it was a bank, something another. It looked like the bank must have cut it up and sell it. More than likely, is one of our friends them probably buy it. She laugh with me. Me say to her, so what them I gonna do with this a small piece of land here? You know when she look at me and tell me, say, she said, YaadBoss, what were you going to do with the blasted small piece of land? Yes, Jamaica is booming, me people. So what you need to do is find out how you can participate in this boom, yeah. Look for areas where your skill set is needed and apply for a job or for government contracts. Because there's a lot of government contracts where Andrew Holness are give out. You just have to know how to go find it, me people. Opportunities are endless. Don't sit and watch the foreigners, the Chinese, them, the Indians, the people them from Bangladesh and all of them, the place they come at Jamaica and come take over. You have to set up yourself. Right now is the time. Watch me, wanna listen to me clearly. Right now is the time to participate in the rebuilding of Jamaica. Yes, the construction of Jamaica. So you see, when all of them the big fancy buildings there build up, you have a nice piece of food where you sit down pan. And then Andrew now, should I say this? It is going to be a little bit controversial. So let me try and pretty it up a little bit. Andrew will bring in the working class from Bangladesh and India and China and pay them little or nothing. Because the little bit of money where them go pay them the money to park your car, yes, and to open the door, yes, and to do the cleaning and all them things there. You have to set up yourself from now because the money now go dead in them the job there. The hotels and all them big money bar players there, them are gonna look for cheap labor. You know how them build them the big old skyscraper there? Dubai. I be Indians them have up there. I build them, you know. Yes. If you never look and want to see the quarters them where the people where them live in, you know, it's like indentured slaves. I don't think Jamaica reached to that point or will get to that point. I hope not. I hope not. The only thing when we see that is coming close to that at the Spanish Town Hospital where we see them a bill. And the hospital them and the government projects when we see them a bill up, we see a whole heap of Chinese depend them. I mean, I really see a whole heap a Jamaican. But me never really did it and see it, you know, me see it on video, right? The Spanish Town Hospital, Them sure when the shift over and the amount of Chinese will come off of the job site, me say, not even one black man, me see. Not even one Jamaican, me see, a come off of the ship, I mean, I said to myself, then, I with the Jamaican strong back man them there. Then the pankana, and he'll up weed, emblem. Can't be so, man. Can't be so. But then again, you have to look to see like who get the contract to actually build the hospital. Because you know, so the government outsourced that to a private corporation. So if the contract is actually outsourced to a Chinese man, the Chinese man probably send to China and get him owner workers them for come in. Yes? But then I say to Andrew Holness, as the boom comes, stay tuned, Andrew will come up. As the boom is coming, right? Us as a collective, we can lobby our government if we see job sites like this where it is 90% Chinese, 80% Chinese are work on the job site. Pick up on the phone and call Marky G. Pick up on the phone and call Isaac Buchanan. Send them a video and tell them to come look on this job site. And make them go all a press conference and say, Marky G, you must, and say, broker, you must do better. We need to have 50-50. If a 50% of Chinese them are work down there, we need 50% of Jamaicans working down there because we need to participate and put some money in our pocket when this nation become Singapore. Yes, that is only fear. That is only fear. We have a lot of electricians at Jamaica. We not certify them. A lot of plumbers, we not certify them. Yes. The people, Jamaica first, we say. Big up on yourself. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. Keep on the thoughts coming. People, let us listen to Andrew. Put the comrades them in a them place and listen. If you don't want to beat, if me have the comrades them inside here, I don't want to beat him. Me no business. Andrew him there. Him can handle it. Yes, beat him. Marvin, Fifth Element, Andre Stevenson. All right, wanna keep it coming, man. Keep the comments coming. Me so come to you. All right, let us bring Brogard to the stage. The last live stream I was playing and I was listening. I had to edit the last live stream, right? So this one right here, so big up yourself. Rise Up. She told me that the video was not playing and you guys weren't hearing, but you will hear it definitely right now. Here we go.
And it was brought to my attention. I had no prior knowledge of it. None of our ministers, certainly not the member of parliament. I got a call very early in the morning, quite surprised. And immediately we mobilized resources from ADPEP and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security to assist because technically it was a disaster.
Let me pause it right there, sir. I want to hear it directly from the Prime Minister mouth. Him say him never know. And Tova never know. Isaac Buchanan say a lie, Prime Minister bro gotta tell. Him say a lie the MP down there tell. Him say the MP knew 2 weeks before the demolition. Yes, the war of words. One I say, them never know nothing. And as soon as the slave master go bulldoze the people in the house, him come in with the Chinese tents and the cats. And Isaac Buchanan say, bro, God, move from right here, sir. Where you go with tent and cats? Well, Isaac say, Isaac say, Andrew Holness needed to move the people them from there and go put them in one of them 5-star hotel there until him finish building the people them house to put them in. That he must have said. Him say tent is not good enough. You go in there and you go demolish the people them nice concrete house and then you put them in a Chinese tent. They should go from a demolished house to a hotel for at least 6 months while you build the people them house. That is basically what Isaac Buchanan was saying. Leave in the thoughts in the comment section. Should the people of Cooper Spend move from under the blasted tent and go capture one of them the hotel there, put them in there for 6 months and make Andrew Holness go fix up them house somewhere else? Them not gonna get it for free. Sell it to them for maybe about a $2 million. Over 30-40 years to pay for it. Let us continue. Him say him never know. Let us hear what else him have to say.
Luckily, we were very frugal and responsible in how we use the materials that we were able to respond with. We never use off what we didn't need to use off. So what we got in aid and support and what we bought in stock, we never wasted.
One thing me have to say about Andrew Holness, no. Big up yourself, Andrew Holness, but he's a big miser, man. Him miser. The man said we were frugal. Me miser it up because me know so there's going to be another man-made disaster somewhere. That's basically what I say. Because now as we speak, people down there in St. Elizabeth could use some of these tents. The tent them look sturdy. The tent them come with cots and air mattresses. Some people down there still in a body structure where them ping pong nail and have tarpaulin over them head same way because it a leak when rain a fall. At least with them ya tent ya, it not leak when the rain a fall and it not blow away. This ya tent ya, some of them a tent ya is much better condition than where some of the people them in St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland is currently living in. Call a spade a spade. Bro God, I tell you, let us continue.
We put it down carefully so that when the next disaster strike, whether it is hurricane or an untimely relocation and dislocating exercise, we are able to respond to the people. And we have been able to respond in the humanitarian crisis that has been created.
Hold up. As I am listening to this, may I listen to it, we don't know. Me see this speech, and me just skim through it. And hear what the man say a while ago? It seems like he was predicting this. Hurricane come, them give out the tarpaulin, but them hold on upon the tents. And him say hold on upon it. In the case, or in the event of another natural disaster, or untimely relocation, I wonder if I misspoke him, misspoke. I must misspoke him, misspoke. But the comrades, them are going to say, no, YaadBoss. Him know say the people them was going to be displaced. And him know say more people are going to be displaced. And that's where my comrade people them are going to say, listen, my labor right people them, right? I am not political. I'm just commenting, yes, on the situation that is going on down there in Cooper Spend. So if you don't want to defend the speech of the Prime Minister, feel free to defend him in the comment section. Yes? Do you agree with Andrew Holness hoarding all of the tent and the resources that the Chinese and other government donate to Jamaica for the victims of Hurricane Melissa? Some victims down there, them still suffer. Are you in agreement with that? Let me tell you something. You think I just shelter alone the people them down at St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland are suffer with? They must suffer from the lack of good, clean water down there. Yes. Some of them have to walk miles to go a river as we speak. The tank them blow away. The people them down there now walk nowhere. The government need a tank program. And the weekly supply of water in the areas them affected. Because if you not proper running water, more and more people are going dead. Them say about 50 to 100 people dead in a Hurricane Melissa. What about the aftermath? What about all of them, the people that were dead from unsanitization or whatever they want to call it? You see, after the hurricane, a lot of the people them down there, them eyes were going red. How much of them the people that dead? Let us continue to listen to the Honorable Bro God.
There is a longer term response that is necessary. And as all of you stand here, there are some of you who are occupying land as a matter of fact, and it was brought to my attention. I had no prior knowledge of it. None of our ministers, certainly not the member of parliament. I got a call very early in the morning. I'm quite surprised. And immediately we mobilized resources from ADPEP and the Ministry of Labour and Social Security to assist because technically it was a disaster. Luckily, we were very frugal and responsible in how we used the materials that we were able to respond with. We never use off what we didn't need to use off. So what we got in aid and support and what we bought in stock, we never wasted. We put it down carefully so that when the next disaster strikes, whether it is hurricane or an untimely relocation and dislocating exercise, we are able to respond to the people. And we have been able to respond in the humanitarian crisis that has been created. There is a longer term response that is necessary. And as all of you stand here, there are some of you who are occupying land for which you have not yet certified the occupancy. You have no title, some of you have no lease, no permission, some of you is land.
I'm gonna make him play out, right? And then we get to when him start attack, right? Because when leaders are speaking, right? I want the people them to get the full context, right, of what he's saying. Because me no want bro God to say YaadBoss over here is taking his words out of context. Okay? So let us make him play out and then we'll interject when him start beat Marky G and start beat Isaac Buchanan.
And that has been handed down from your grandparents' time and you have been on it for how long, but it's not formalized. And others of you have been just living on land that you go and see nobody using it and you use it. Now, Jamaica can't develop with informality. But Jamaica cannot develop with unfairness as well. So whatever the government does, it has to address the issue of informality, and we can't be too mouth about it. We have to speak straight about it. Squatting is wrong. Informal settlement is not encouraged. But yes, every single Jamaican should have equal opportunity to get access to land and housing. The two things are not in contravention of each other.
But you see, the thing is this, right? Is it just one party to be blamed? I don't think so. Because people in squatting communities vote for both PNP and GLP. This is a Jamaica problem. 700,000 to 1,000,000 people live on capture land. A whole heap of people that, you know. Whole heap of people that. Almost 1/3? Yeah, 1/3 of Jamaicans live on capture land. Hurricane Melissa is what exposed the issue that we have in Jamaica, the land issue that we have in Jamaica. You know? Hurricane Melissa. Me tell you, say, when me a cover Hurricane Melissa, me drop to my knees and me say, "There's so much boardhouse there, country." The amount of boardhouse when me see winner blow down, me say, "No, sir." One of the videos them went viral over there on TikTok. A man living in a farming community, zinc almost chop off him head. Yes, and when he was talking about his ordeal, he was so grateful. He was making fun of himself. Yes, him say him lose everything and half I made. Mighty God, everybody start pop up. Him lose everything and half I'm head. It is a serious, serious problem we have in Jamaica. And even though we see the political back and forth, me a pray that they're able to solve this issue not just for Cooper Spin, but also for all our brothers and our sisters who are currently living in informal settlement, because they're all us. We can't disregard them and say, oh, uno a squatter, uno no say uno no go thief people. Because it's all spectrum, right? GLP and PNP and independent people. It is a problem that we need to fix. Yes?
Not in contravention. Now, we will be addressing the issue. We will have to find ways to support those families who are impacted. But whatever our response is, we have to be careful that we don't set a precedence that is not sustainable.
And the miser come out of Andrew Holness right there. Said, the man miser, I say, man. He must say, yeah, me can help you still in the boat. You have to go pay something for them and you house you won't have to get.
Because whatever we do now, everybody's going to expect that it is done going forward. So, which is why we are being very careful in preparing a response that is sustainable. And mind you, this is not the only repossession, dislocation, eviction that is occurring. And
yeah, it's not the only one that is occurring, and it's not the only one that is to come, right? Just to interject a little bit, right? When Andrew Holness was giving this speech, he was giving this speech in front of an audience, all those people that is behind him, right? He's issuing out social houses to them, right? Them are people here. Me no know, is the social housing free? I am not sure, right? But want to correct me if I'm wrong, right? He's giving these people keys to their homes, right? It seems like it's probably multiple homes that he's giving away at this press conference. And he has been doing this even before he got reelected, right? Where he gives away multiple homes on a weekly basis, right? So this is a good initiative that they're doing, but it just needs to happen on a very, very large scale, right? I see those 1 million people. I see Jamaica building maybe about 1 million to 2 million homes if they want to get to Dubai, right? Or Singapore. But this is what I don't want to happen. Yes? I don't want them to put the people them in a high-rise buildings. You see, like over there in Venezuela, right? Where all of them, the people there, almost 50,000 people can't find because the people them live in a high-rise building. Jamaica is on a very dangerous earthquake fault. Another subduction, tectonic plates are rubbed between each other. And the prophets them are called for a 9.0 earthquake to hit Jamaica. If the people them are in single dwellings, right, with regular roof on it, if earthquake hit and them in at the center of the house, right, well, little board and zinc go do to you. Not that much. But when you're in a high-rise building and they're all the way up at the top and you can't come down, and what if people are dead? It go come, you know. Them go build those homes, but I hope them to build and put the people them in a high-rise, because that is a problem. Me wouldn't want to go in a no high-rise building go live. Me sorry, me wouldn't want to go inside there.
is occurring on private property, but it is becoming a public concern. So we have to be very careful in crafting a response. You know, what is amazing, and as I have your attention for another minute or so, everyone will say the government must respond. The government must do something. Yes, the government must respond. Yes, the government must do something. But what is the government going to respond with? Your tax dollars. It's your funds that the government is going to respond. It's your funds. So you need to take an interest in how those funds will be used. because the government can't respond and say, all right, everybody who is squatting, everybody who is illegally occupied, we're going to give you land.
But you see, the thing is this, right? That is where you need forward thinkers, right? Because this can be solved so easily. If you go to the Jamaican people, right? And you tell the Jamaican people, say, you're going to impose a new tax, whatever that is, right? To raise $1 billion, $2 billion US dollars, $3 billion US dollars to build homes, affordable homes for people. Tell me which Jamaican are going to say no? Which Jamaican? And when you finish building the house, then you stop the tax. There's not one Jamaican that is going to say no. But them politicians are not think like that. Them not think like that. And that just come in my head a while ago. You know. You must say, where the money are going to come from? Yes, obviously you have to go use taxpayer dollars to build the house. Him just go borrow about $8 billion US dollars. Him have the money where him can go build them the house there, you know. As we Andrew would have said, you know. Him have the money where him can go build 2 million homes for Jamaicans. Yes? But I say this, right? We need more forward thinkers in our government, right? To solve problems because them can already see the problems coming. Him just talk about it. Him said there's going to be more people that are displaced. So what you going to wait and do? Wait until the people them house bulldoze again and then you come in with tents? We need to think about these solutions right now, Mr. Prime Minister. Start planning right now. If the people them are evicted, do you have a hotel or do you have somewhere, right, where you can move the people them to? Do you have contract with hotels, dormant hotels? There's a lot of hotels in Jamaica where shut down, where you can go house people in. And them could have used that even in a hurricane, Melissa. A lot of hotels in Jamaica when I use right now. Him could have moved the people them right there and pay the hotel to hold the people them. Whatever the agreed amount is. Yes? Let us continue.
Are we going to build a house for you? Well, what happened to the people who are occupying their lands legally but don't have a house? And what about other people who have followed the rule but are in difficult circumstances? What about them? Do we divert resources from them to this? So we have to think about the response very carefully. I want to say here that as a society we must draw a line on this business of the illegal occupation of land. But at the same time, we need to turn a new page on how we make lands available to the people of Jamaica. Not just lands, but housing.
I want to say this, right? The mass majority of people who find a piece of land and build upon it, mass majority of the people, them just don't have it. Them not have it to take up one whole heap of money a month time and give landlord. Yes, when they were taking up their money, them a work minimum wage and have to find rent figure give landlord. Sometimes them can't eat at night time. Sometimes them go to them bed hungry and sometimes them picnic go to them bed hungry. So the comparison between those who actually can find millions of dollars to buy a piece of land, yes, but them not have no house on it, is not a reasonable comparison. Because them the people that could find millions of dollars to buy a piece of land. These people that could capture a piece of land, the people, most of them, them can't afford rent. The only thing where them could afford, right, is a 1.5 million or a $1 million over time. Them not just come up with the $1.5 million just so. It took hard work to buy brick by brick by brick. Pay a little workman for do this right as so today. Next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as them save them money, them buy sand, them buy gravel. And sometimes them have to do it and I help the workman. I lay the brick and I smooth out the concrete. That is how these people in most of these squatting communities build their homes. Yes? Some of the houses them where you see, the 2-story and the this and the that. Them there are people who are just unruly. Them have money to buy a piece of land, but them no want buy no piece of land. Them just want to capture a piece of land. That is maybe about 1 or 2% of the squatters in Jamaica. Andrew Holness, our people need help. Let us not compare them to people with millions of dollars who go buy land, because we know say land not cheap, Andrew. We know say land not cheap. Help them. Help them, because when you help them, Jamaica will be better off. Yes. The people them of Jamaica will have some dignity. They say them born here. Their forefathers went through slavery, whip, grape. And now, finally, we can call a piece of land our own. We can say we have title for we land and we have title to we house. It is long overdue for all Jamaicans. Oh, my son.
That is a challenge. The problem that we are having is that we are just not delivering enough housing solutions at the price and at the scale that people would want. That is the main challenge. The truth is that is the people who occupied Cooper Spend, if they could have gone and gotten a house at a price point that they could manage, they would do it.
Yes, that is a factual statement. Right? The people that in a Cooper Spend, if they could, they would. But then you're going to have the unruly ones. Right? You're still going to have those with money who say, I feel we land. The government don't own the land. The people that will listen to Marvin Edgar, right? You still are going to have those. But I believe the people that in a Cooper Spend, if homes were affordable, they would have buy a house from the government. I do believe that.
And so the conversation has to change to how do we get more houses constructed in a formal community much faster at prices that people can afford. That is the real solution, right? The solution can't be, which has been promoted by politicians in the past, which is you see that little piece of land there.
All right, stick up in right there. We're going to come back to it. This is where I'm going to mix it up right now, right? I'm going to say, politicians in the past, Marky G, Marky G and the PNP, I said that to you, because the labor rights them, they label the PNP as a socialist party. Them like to take money from the rich and give to poor people. Yes, that is what the labor rights them say the comrades them do, right? Let us go back and listen keenly when him attack Marky G them.
Right? The solution can't be, which has been promoted by politicians in the past, which is you see that little piece of land there, one go settle it. And then afterwards we come and correct it. That's the genesis of this problem. That's the history that has repeated, that has gotten us here. The politicians who are talking now, they are a part of that problem. They were the ones who winked at people and told them, go and occupy the land, and then afterwards we correct it.
Hold on there. Wheel and come again. That is a strong accusation from the Prime Minister of Jamaica. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, the most honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, just said out of his own mouth that Marky G and him friend them told people of Jamaica to go commit fraud. That is what bro God just said a while ago enough. Not that you know just hear. Mighty God of Daniel, make we hear him again. Hold on there. Come back here, so. Make we hear him again.
Here, The politicians who are talking now, they are a part of that problem. They were the ones who winked at people and told them, go and occupy the land, and then afterwards we corrected. I can swear here that I am not a part of that. I wasn't born when those things were going on. I was a little boy. And I see some of them talking now who are responsible for it. They are responsible for it. And now it has fallen to me to correct it.
Now it has fallen to Brogard to correct it. He was forceful in his rebuke of Marky G and Isaac Buchanan. Isaac Buchanan deal with Andrew Holness body now. I have him coming up in the next live stream. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Yes. Because I'm a kind of a little bit busy. You notice a one live stream I get from about 4 days ago. Not the 3 that you guys are used to. Right? Andrew Holness said, are you Marky G? See me right just up and for Marky G? Him say PNP tell the people them to go capture the land. And I want to come out, I want to run go down a Cooper spend big bowl. And I say, Andrew Holness, you need to fix this. You need to give the people them a piece of land and not just a piece of land. Them say, do not give the people them no container homes like the people them in a prison. Him say, Isaac Buchanan say, give the people them back them 2-bedroom concrete structure with a slab roof on it. So when another hurricane come, them roof no blow off. Yes. Isaac Buchanan want the people them to live in style. He probably want Brogard to furnish out the blasted house too. Put up AC and everything. All flat screen TV, pan wall. But I tell you this, Isaac Buchanan, I know you have your wish for the people there, but it is going to come at a cost. Because we all know that Andrew not going to make them the house they're free. It is not in his DNA. Even if it's $1, them have to go pay for it, them have to go pay $1 for it. It not going to be free. It could be as little as $1 million or $2 million over 30 years. That is my prediction. Somewhere in that ballpark there. Somewhere in that ballpark there. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream, people. I really and truly appreciate every single one I know. Yes. Whether you agree or you disagree, we should be able to have a peaceful conversation on this topic. Yes, because it affects all of us as Jamaicans. Even if you're living in a big house, a Cherry Garden, or you're living in a big house up at Jackshill or Narbrook, this issue affects you too. If you have a bunch of broke, poor, and hungry people around you, and you there on your hills, and you are live nice, you ever hear the term chicken coming home to roost? Everybody have to participate in the prosperity. Yes. You got build high-rise all over Jamaica and multi-million-dollar homes and multi-million-dollar condo, and the people them were born in Jamaica are still a suffer and a squat pan people land. No, that can't work. A madness are go on. All of them the people that eventually in them the 2 million they host there. You see where going over South Africa? You don't listen to me I say to you. If them build them the high-rise building there and bring in all of them the rich people there and have almost 1 million Jamaica suffering, starving, pan capture land, that is not good for business. That is a disaster waiting to happen. Yes, that is a disaster waiting to happen. I think Andrew Holness is smart enough to see and follow the model that the Singaporeans use. The first thing that Haitian man over there in Singapore did. He solved the housing crisis. That is the first thing that he did. Once it was painful, yes. A lot of bulldozer go through the people them house. A lot of the people them was on capture land. Mm-hmm. Him take back the land them where him need to take back. Right? But over time, him give the people them housing. Him build the amount of high-rise building. Me don't even know if them have earthquake down there. But the amount of high luxury condos them get, Even the poor man, the homeless man on the street have a luxury condo. Once you work, I believe 40% of your salary go into some fund. Yes, and them draw the mortgage with them for draw out amount time. Yes, that is how them do it over there in Singapore. And he needs to pay close attention to that model because him come out and him say, we're going to go to Singapore. Andrew Holness, some of the comrades now go like what me I said to you. Take us to Singapore. Put us on your back and take us to Singapore. All right, let us get to the comment section. Lisa said, I worry about asbestos in container homes, but that can be checked. Safety and health is best. Yeah, you have to be careful with a lot of these container homes, right? My preference would be to purchase. You can do whole containers, like the shipping containers, right? Or you can do brand new ones. If you do the whole containers, then you need to find out what kind of cargo based on the shipping manifestos, right? The history, if you can find it. There's a lot of shipping containers, old shipping containers all over Jamaica where you can purchase. But if you're going to purchase those not going to come with any manifesto, right? So the rule of thumb is you need to sandblast, right? Sandblast all of the paint because the paint, as you say, could be harmful, right? Sandblast all of the paint inside and out, right? And then there's a specific paint that you would actually recoat those container in. Yeah, so that is the safest way. If I'm going to do any form of container construction, right? Me personally, I would not go with the quick fix because I don't know what in it. But you do your research. There is a lady in Jamaica that if I'm gonna buy a quick fix, I would go directly to her. You see her all over TikTok, right? She's a Chinese lady. She always go back and forth to China to purchase these products, right? All right. Can I call in YaadBoss? Happy Sunday. The phone. I packed the phone away, I packed the phone away. All right. We are about 58 minutes. I need to do a call-in show, I need to do a call-in show. Me keep on saying I need to do one, right? So you guys can actually talk about this topic here. Maybe tomorrow. Give me tomorrow or Tuesday, and we have a call-in show. I'll talk for maybe like the first 30 minutes, and then I'll open the phone lines for you guys to call in, okay? All right. So Lisa said, my issue with the people that have land, it should be enclosed and have a license tag in metal, and if people move it, it should be arrested for stealing the person. Yeah, you can't just in a place like Jamaica, right? If you're gonna purchase a piece of land, you need to know the laws of the land. Okay, you need to monitor your land because people can go squat upon it. And once people erect structure on the land, it is hell and powder house forget them off. If them spend 1 month and 3 months and them finish and they complete a concrete structure, you can't just go and bulldoze the people them house. Even if you're your land. If you're bad and you're bold, yeah, you can go do it. Yeah, if you're bad, like with me, if your head chip out like my head, me not gonna quote If me neglected my land for 3 months and you go, or even 1 year, and you go build something on it, me a send bulldozer come bulldoze it down. You could have bad like yours, me no business. Bulldozer come bulldoze it down. But not everybody head chip out like my head. We just call my family member and say, "Oh no, go harder." A bulldozer and go bulldoze the house there. Not everybody do it that way there. Yeah. Some people have to go to the court. I just worry about the fines and the repercussion later. If them bring me go court and say, "Hey, YaadBoss, you have to compensate this money as such and such," well, so be it, right? But me a bulldoze it. Me sorry, me a bulldoze the house they down. Me now make it wait to 12 years. All right. If you give permission, it should be a lead for at least for a period of time, not exceeding the law, and then they have to move. But the thing is this, right? You can't make people stay on the private land for 12 years. That's just complete neglect. Complete neglect. Yeah. And to be quite honest with you, right? Andrew Holness and them, right now, they probably have to go work on a legislation, right? To say that if the people them depend on the land, if it's a formal community, right, and the people them depend on the land for a period of time, you can't just go in and go bulldoze the home. Unless and them have to go fine them have to go levy some serious fine on the people them who violate the law. But currently there's no law on the books that bar a private landowner with a court injunction. There's no law on the books that say him can't go in there go bulldoze the place. There's nothing. All right, so Linden say the so-called Crown land was intended to be allotted to the disenfranchised descendants of slaves. Nobody is asking for free land because we know that taxes run the country. Linden, that is a great point, right? That I believe Marvin Edgar is more suited to comment on. But that is a very, very valid point because I was listening to Marvin, I believe, yesterday, right? And he still came back and him say, the government no own the land. The government own the land when them title it, and that is the reason why they spent 1 point something billion to get some Japanese company to come to Jamaica to title the land. So he may be onto something, right? I would have to dig some more. I don't think I want to like get into that, right? Him can have politicians around him down. YaadBoss can't have no politician around him down. We will listen to him, right? But I think that's in Andrew in Marvin Edgar wheelhouse. So Lisa say, you need to stop them from the beginning. Do not wait until a whole village is built up, then you cry foul. That is true. And I think it started from the previous owner. The previous owner owned 100 acres of land. Okay? And by the sound of the family members, because the family members are speaking, the family members were compassionate people. He was compassionate, right? And what they're saying is if it was their father in charge, he would have never done this. So he was the one who allowed the people them to stay on the land since the 1960s because him own a lot of land. Him never really see it as a big deal. And him never see 2026 coming where Jamaica was going to transform and everything on the coastline was going to be so valuable. The owner of the land is no longer with us. Yes? All right. Natural born Jamaican can never be squatters. Yes. All right. So, not bless said Jamaica, a 7-pointer earthquake is at hand. People, put your life and house in order. That seems like another prophet right there. So, our prophetess. All right. Let us see. Let us get some new comments coming in here. Morris say, anybody, okay, this is a comrade, all right? Anybody believe a word uttered by Andrew? Same Andrew that believe he is the opposition desperately, okay. Same Andrew who believe that the opposition is trying a distraction. Same Andrew that destroyed Clifton and now Cooper Spen and telling lies. So basically, Marissa said, do not believe a word will come out of Andrew Holness' mouth. That is my comrade friend in the chat, right, just so? All right, let us see here. Let us see 1 second. So Antonio say, house demolish to stop land occupation, then tents erected on same land. Please make it make sense. That is the first thing we say, you know. Antonio, me say, they mash up the house. And then them go put the tent down there. Sooner or later, the owner of the land is going to come and remove the tent. Because the government really not do nothing, you know. What is going on, it is us, the bloggers, you guys, the viewers, who are making your voice heard, right? I don't know, I say, this is inhumane. Okay? That is what stopped them from actually moving the blasted tent off of the land. Yeah? So now, the government, them really can't stop no further demolishment. What them can do is move the people them off of the land peacefully. That's what we say coming. But that is a great point, Antonio. All right, my people, we're 0-6 in. All right, let me big up the rest of the people them in the chat. Lisa, big up yourself. Calypso, big up yourself. All right. Let us see here. I can't get through all of the comments because it's a lot. Lisa again. Annie, big up yourself. All right. Let me see what Annie said. Annie said, it's been 11 years now. Had this mafia organization still blaming PNP? When will they stop? My comrades, they're full up inside there now, you know. All right, so let me see. Unique say, big up, bro, YaadBoss. At the end of the day, none of us in Jamaica is no squatter. Virgin, all the squatters is who come there. Chinese, Indians, Korean, Israelites, all Jamaicans must free to build on any land. Listen, man. In at the beginning, when this first start, right? Me say, me personally, would I ever squat pan a piece of land? No, I would not. Right? No, I would not. But am I going to rebuke my fellow Jamaican from seeing a piece of land and really can't afford to buy a piece of land and say, all right, may I try a thing? No, me not going to rebuke. Me not going to rebuke them. Because when you really look on the context, right, of where Jamaica was coming from, slavery. When you look on the context like that you hear some of the people them must say, it kind of makes sense. And you even hear the politicians them invoke it. You hear Isaac Buchanan first said it. And then Andrew Holness also mentioned something like that. The history. Right? Yeah, me not gonna knock my brothers and sisters them for trying that thing. Me not gonna knock them at all. Yeah? The problem need to fix. And Andrew Holness right now, him need for free up. Repatriation. How would them call it? Not repatriation to Africa. What them call it? Wanna let me know the term. Yes? Time to free up some of them crown land there for the people. Them sell them off cheap. So the descendants of slaves can own a piece of Jamaica. Yes. All right. YaadBoss, Andrew Holness talking like that, like him care. Government don't own no. My seminar, read the more comments in but me have to read some of them. Yeah? YaadBoss, Andrew Holness talking like that, like him care. Government don't own no damn land. Andrew Holness just born the other day in the 70s. Where him come from, own land, and Andrew Holness, okay. Yeah, Andrew Holness, government no own no land. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Barrington Dennis said, big up everyone. All right, big up yourself, Unique. All right, Annie, big up yourself. All right. Dillinger Green said, big up yourself, YaadBoss. Big up yourself. All right. Let us see who else. Hopefully, I'm not missing anyone. P-Car, big up yourself. All right, my people. Thank you guys so much for joining another live stream. Yes, as we have these discussions, right? It is okay to hold our politicians to task. Bogard, Marky G, them back broad, them can't take it, right? Continue to beat them until they find a solution for us Jamaicans. Yes? Big up all of my comrade friends them. And big up all of my labor right friend them in the chat. Love and love alone. I'll see you guys in another live stream. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Alright? Bye-bye. 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 See ya.